Good morning. Thank you for joining me for another morning meditation. This is called Meditation Monday, but of course you can watch this any day of the week that you want. And so we're going to start today by getting comfortable, making sure you're warm. And you can either sit upright or you can lay down if that's more comfortable for you. And I'm going to start today with a crystal singing bowl. If you want to just go ahead and get started, close your eyes. Start taking some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Don't control your breath at all. Just notice your breath as it goes in and out. And as you have your eyes closed, just see if you notice anything else. Noticing the air. What else? Focusing in on your third eye. Is there anything that's coming to mind? Color. Maybe a sound off in the distance. Or a sound close by. So today I want to focus on the elementals. Elementals are the beings of the planet that come in the form of water, air, fire, earth, and ether. So let's start by focusing in on the earth elements. Imagine yourself sitting outside in a green meadow, and you're sitting directly on the earth. It's a beautiful warm day, and your feet are bare. Your hands, you're leaning back on your hands and you're touching the earth. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel the little bit of moisture coming up from the earth into your body through your hands and feet. Connect in with everything that's in that soil. What kinds of elements are in the earth? Minerals. There's water. All the things that feed that grass to make that grass that beautiful bright green, so rich and full. All the insects and the worms. And the elementals of the earth. The living beings that exist within the rocks, within the dirt. And instead of them looking like a physical human, they're more of just an ethereal existence. But no less important than any of us or any other being. Take a moment to give some gratitude for the elementals of the earth that continue to keep our soil growing food for us, growing the trees, nurturing all the animals that live upon it, all the bugs, anything that survives on the soil. It's our foundation And then let's move to the water elementals. The divas, you've heard it called the divas of the water. So let's see this creek going right by us on the grass. It's bright blue creek. And the fish that are swimming in there, the little guppies, the frogs, the rocks, the ducks that swim on the creek, the birds that bathe themselves. Put one of your feet in the water. Just feel this nice cool water on a warm day. What does that energy feel like as it's going over your foot? As you feel the coolness going over your foot, it's moving around your ankle to continue on its way. See if you can feel what the bottom of your foot feels like as it touches the rocks in the creek, in the water. The life-giving water. Now lean over and cup your hands and take a little drink of that water. That cool water as it hydrates your mouth and goes down your throat. You can feel the cool water as it hits your stomach. It's so good that you want to take a couple more drinks from this beautiful crystal clear spring. It's life-giving. Without water, this planet would not be able to exist. The sound of the water, what is the sound it's making as it passes over you, over your feet, and just down over the rocks? Can you hear the sound that it's making? And considering how many droplets of water are in there to make a whole, to make a one. And all the little fairy divas, the little divas of the water, flying around it, sitting next to it, finding a rock to perch on. All these beautiful little elementals that take care of our water, make sure that we have water to drink and to bathe in and to just enjoy looking at. And as you gaze upon that water, just send love from your heart through your eyes into this beautiful sparkling water that the sun is now bouncing off of, making a beautiful crystal blue color. And now take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And out. You just experienced the elemental of air, the life-giving air. We can go without water for quite a bit, but air is the one thing that we need to continue to have in order to stay alive. Just feel that air moving in through your nostrils and out. The freshness of the air. Just take a moment to be thankful for this always existing air that is always here for us, whether we're in an enclosed room, car, the smallest place you could possibly imagine, or out on a meadow next to water, breathing in this beautiful fresh air. And as you lay back onto the grass next to the water, you can keep your foot or hand in there if you want to. Gaze up at the sky and see the blue sky and the big white puffy clouds. And notice the air that creates the clouds. and the water combined. Without air and water, you wouldn't have clouds. And just gaze upon those beautiful, big, white, fluffy clouds. And maybe feel a couple drops of just light rain coming down on you. Just 1 or 2 drops that hit you right on the forehead and on the cheek and on the eyelid. Little kisses from the water elementals. And just notice that beautiful blue sky and how grateful we are for this gift of breath. We can take deeper breaths when we're stressed. We can slow our breath down when we need to. And even though normally we breathe without thinking about it, we get to choose how we allow the air to flow in and out of our lungs. The breath of life. Now let's feel that sun just beaming down upon your face and upon your body. The warmth of the fire of the sun. This is the fire elemental. So imagine that there's a candle now that's fully contained and it's next to you, between you and the water. And these fire elementals are called the salamanders. And they're living beings. Whenever you have fire, whether it's the sun or a candle or a fireplace, or even the fire on your stove that cooks your food, there's always a salamander present, a fire being. And I imagine these beings to look a little bit like a lizard, like a salamander. But they're fire colored and fire shaped, and they live within the fire. This life-giving sun that makes the grass turn green in combination with the earth and the water and the air, they all need each other. Everything needs all the elements to exist, to live at full capacity. Even if it's just moisture from the air. The fire is so important to our everyday living. The warmth that it provides us, the raw food that it cooks for us, that it softens and makes more digestible. The candle as we meditate that just lights the way and reminds us that even a little bit of light can change the blackness to light. In a world of darkness, all you need is one candle. So let this fire element remind us that we are that one candle, that we can bring light to any and all situations wherever we go. You can be that light that walks into a room, it greets our loved one or a coworker or a friend with a spark, that spark of light that's undetectable at first, but after spending time with you, they feel more joyful, they feel a little more warmth in their heart, a little more love. So take a moment to give some gratitude to the elementals of fire for keeping the fire burning. Thank you for your warmth, for lighting the way, for cooking my food, and for reminding me to be mindful by just having one candle in the dark. Deep breath in and out. Let's take a moment to honor the element of ether, the elemental, the spirit elementals. That which we could not put into words, that knowing, that intuition, the knowing that we have guidance watching over us, that our beloved God is watching over us, our Creator, the one true Creator, that we're never alone. Our loved ones that have passed are in the ethers. That phone call that comes after thinking of someone is part of the ethers. That feeling as your body starts to swirl in a bit of a kundalini energy as you meditate can be part of the ether. Let's just take a moment of silence to be with the elementals of ether. And see yourself back on that meadow next to the water with your candle burning, the sun shining on you. And you're so comfortable and relaxed. And the ether around you are like the little fairies and elementals and all of the energy that you know is there even though you can't see it. And somehow, out of the corner of your eye, you can see some movement. Little energy of fairies hopping from flower to flower. The divas of the water, salamander, and how happy they are all that you are here today, honoring the earth in the way that you are next to this spring, this running little babbling spring creek. And I'm imagining that it's up on Mount Shasta, which is in the northern part of California. And you're in Panther Meadow in Mount Shasta. And it's a beautiful warm spring day. And just let's listen closely for our message for today. What do I need to know today as I move forward? Just listen for a moment. And whatever comes in first, even if it's a wandering thought, sometimes there's a message in that wandering thought. Bringing it back to your third eye. And the message that came in for me today is service. How may I be of service? When we are in service is when we're the most happy. Think about times that you've been helping other people. After your cup has been filled and you feel delighted and you feel good, and then you're able to move forth in the world and serve. How wonderful is that to be able to just change one life, to give one homeless person a little bit of joy through your smile from your car, a kind word, and maybe some money if you feel moved. However, just a smile and making eye contact can be the only gift that they need in that moment, the best gift. I see you. That's our service to the world, seeing each other. So this is just a reminder as you go out today into the world to take a moment to see, to really see people. Whoever's waiting on you and being of service to you today, whether it's your gas station attendant or your grocery store clerk, or just a worker on the side of the road. Really see them. Think about their life. Think about why they're working and who they're working for. Maybe they're making money to feed their children or pay their rent for their family. And let's just take it out of our own selves today, out of our own problems. Because as we focus outward on others, we find more joy for ourselves as well. And that human connection is now more important than ever. No matter what anyone else's beliefs are, or where they stand on any topic, we all have the same desire to be loved, to be seen, to be heard. So today, just take an extra minute to listen to someone's story. Listen to what they want to convey to you. No need to even have a response other than, thank you for sharing. I hear you. I see you. Take another deep breath in. Put your hands on your heart. Feel that heart just growing with love, that heart center, that heart circle. Again, I'm seeing the green radiating rings of light rippling out from the center of our heart to the hearts of all men and women and children and animals and all the elementals and all the little beings, seen and unseen. So much love for this entire existence and everything that it takes for us to be sitting here right now in this moment. The electricity, the running water, the people who pick up our garbage, the people who built this house that you're in right now. So many people to be grateful for. Gratitude for all of life and all people. And let's end it with 3. For the elementals, we're going to do 3 E's today because their frequency is a little higher. So the higher E will help them to hear our frequency a little bit better. And maybe we can connect in with those elementals today. So let's start with a deep breath in. And now let's finish with a nice long mm. Have a wonderful, magical, love-filled day. And I'll see you next week.